Hi everybody, it's Kayla, and welcome back to, this time, a very weird video. I mean, that's not surprising, but, you know, this one is different than normal, especially because it is just gonna be sort of like 15-ish minutes of me talking. Basically, this is gonna be a recap of last season of Westbrook Legacy, because I did a 40-episode Let's Play series that I imagine the vast majority of you haven't watched, and so I'm gonna kind of go through and give as short as possible summary of the characters and what happened, but kind of more in depth than I will in the actual episodes of this new series, because I'm doing a season 2, and I want people that want to know about the series to be able to watch this and know. So I also have like a 50-minute long screenshot reaction video. I'll link that down below too, along with the whole series. So you can watch whatever you want to, but I don't expect you to watch everything because that's a lot. But let's jump into this. Okay, so again, this is the 40-ish episode series. There's a lot to talk about, but I'm gonna try and keep it short. Basically, this Let's Play is not a Disney legacy, but it's a Disney-based legacy. Because Disney legacies are very, like, challengey and rules and bleh, and I don't want that. So mine is a regular legacy challenge that just happens to be Disney-themed, if you know what I mean. So we have the founder is Belle Westbrook. Her daughter, the heir, is Margot Westbrook. And so Belle Westbrook is, if you hadn't caught on, Beauty and the Beast, and Margot is Ariel, like Little Mermaid. So that's pretty exciting. But let's talk about Belle for a second, because we haven't gotten to Margot yet. She's the newbie, the new one. She's this season, but Belle. So, the series began in Windenburg, and basically Belle, the storyline here is that she had been living in Willow Creek her whole life with her dad. Her mom isn't in the picture, and they always had this dream of kind of building a bookstore and like going there and like living above it and, you know, having their little bookstore. And then her dad died, and like rip that dream, you know, because she's at this point poor, familyless, and just, you know, sad. And so she kind of freaks out and moves to this old camp that they used to go to in Windenburg, and sort of just camps for a while to get away from her old house, and the series starts there. And she lived there for a while, but the Beast was her childhood best friend, Blake. And now Blake, okay, basically, kind of stereotypy, I get it, but listen, he was a criminal, and he had like tattoos and stuff, but he was a really cool guy, and that just kind of went down the wrong path, and he didn't have a father figure in his life. So Belle's dad was kind of a big deal for him, because they were really close their whole lives, until he died, of course, because rip that, right? But he lived with his mom and his little sister Scarlett, and so his mom, Rosa, is still alive. She's kind of a mess, but she's still alive, still kicking. And his sister Scarlett, we'll get to her in a second, but I'll just talk about her life for a minute, because it's short. Well, she's still alive, but hold on, it's not a short life, it's a short story. Okay. She had a baby with Don Lothario. She met him like once at a bar, had his baby. Her name is Claire. And then eventually, because Don's a criminal, kind of a mess, like in some bad stuff, because Blake turned his life around. He's back. He's like a secret agent now, blah, blah, blah. But Don is not. Don is still a criminal. Don is never a nice guy. Don is a bad, bad person. And so Scarlett, being the strong and independent lady she is, raised her daughter on her own, and dumped Don, and now is married to a super nice guy called... Ooh, I think it's like Jacob or something, I forget. But that's new. Like, this series ended when she was just dating this Jacob guy, but now in the new series, they have a daughter and she's married to him. But I'll get to that in the next episode, so stick around for that. But Claire is now a young adult, and she's important because she's a cousin of my main Sims. Anyway, that's Scarlett. Back to Blake. So Blake was the criminal. He's sort of the Beast, you know, and so when he meets Belle, like, he turns his life around, like in Beauty and the Beast. Get it? I know. Genius me. Anyway, back to Belle. So... Belle is living in her little old, you know, tenty thing on her campsite, and she is still dreaming of ultimately opening her own bookstore, but she has to pay the bills somehow, and so she starts writing books, joins the writing career, blah, 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 and she meets this guy called Johnny Zest, who is sort of like Gaston, I guess. I don't know. Johnny Zest, you guys. It's never going to end well. And starts dating him, and at this point, Blake has a girlfriend that he lives with, and he's been with her for a long time, named Ariana, who is honestly one of the most hated Sims on my whole channel ever, and because she is the worst. Like, Ariana is the worst. She cheats on everybody. She's a garbage person. Like, we'll get to her in a second too, but there's Ariana, and so Belle is dating Johnny, he's dating Ariana, blah, 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 and then one night, we happened to discover, and I mean, we caught them. We caught Ariana cheating with Johnny Zest at a club, which was like, uh-oh, life's falling apart. So Belle didn't know what to do. I think she told Blake, and then Blake dumped Ariana, Belle dumped Johnny, and they were just brokenhearted and sad for a while, and then eventually, of course, they got together, and the rest is history. So they get married and stuff. They have their first daughter, Lucy. They have the next kid, which is named William. And then, of course, Margot's the last one. And they all looked like Blake. They all had their, black hair, And I dyed Margot's hair red because I had to have a redheaded baby, okay? Because I was trying to do this Ariel thing. And she's got to have red hair, okay? She has to have red hair, So I did dye Margot's hair red. But it's natural, I swear, okay? So that's kind of the main story behind Belle and Blake. But let's talk about Ariana for a second. So Ariana, when she broke up with Blake, was very upset and distraught for a long time because the thing is, she didn't really have a steady job. She was like a low-level entertainer, and she met this super old, super rich guy named Ronald Contreras, and I remember this only because he had the weirdest name and the weirdest face, and he had these super weird pants. I don't know, you can see him here, it's kind of a mess, and she married him, had his twin babies. Their names are Tara and Sage. Tara isn't an extra mess. She would run around being homeless and stuff. I don't know. She's weird. Okay, so we have the twins. And then while Ronald's still alive, I spent a long time trying to kill him because I didn't, the goal was for Ariana to take his money, but he just wouldn't die. So I did murder him. So I guess Ariana did murder Ronald. Anyway, but at this point, before he was murdered, she was back with Johnny Zest, of course, and she had his baby, but Ronald thought it was his. So she has 3 kids. She's got Tara, Sage, the twins, and then Dakota, the third one, that's actually Johnny Zest's baby, but really Ronald thought it was his. And then Ronald's dead, and now she's still with Johnny, but ugh. So that's where Ariana's story ends. But she's still rich, still in Ronald's house with her 3 daughters. One of them is very ugly. Guess which one? Oh wait, it's Johnny Zest's baby. Okay, back to Rosa for a second. Rosa is Blake's mom. Rosa had a lot of off and on relationships throughout the whole series with younger guys, and now she's old and doesn't have a boyfriend. Maybe she does, I don't know. She's a mess, okay? She was always kind of flaky her whole life, and so Blake and his little sister Scarlett kind of raised themselves, and so, but she's still around, just not the best mother figure. I think she's trying harder now that she's a grandma to be there for her kids and her grandkids than she was when she was younger, but she's an interesting character. And I realize this video is kind of all over the place. I'm sorry about that. I have a lot of characters to talk about, and I don't really have a structure to do it with, so I'm just sort of, I'm just talking, okay? And I guess if you're watching this, you must be very dedicated, so there you go. But I think that I'm done. I know it's only 10 minutes, but I feel like I got through the whole thing. I missed some stuff, obviously, but I think I got the majority of the important things down. So again, in order, the kids of Belle and Blake Westbrook / Chandler, whatever, Belle's children are Lucy and then William, and then Margot is the new heir. So that's where we're at. I kind of will talk more about what is happening in the future because this series, the new one, starts up. So, okay, Margot was a child when the last series ended, and she's a teenager, almost a young adult now in the new series. So we kind of skipped a lot of time. I'm going to talk about that time in the first episode, so stick around for that. But I'm going to go ahead and cut off here, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a mess. I'm sorry about that again. But make sure to like and comment and subscribe. Watch last season if you want to. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day. And so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. I made Belle Westbrook a year and 2 months ago, okay? And now I'm finally back to season 2. I've been playing with these Sims forever. I love them so much. I don't know what to do. It's hard to explain. I'm kind of crying just thinking about it.